Welcome students in another session of e-content for postgraduate chemistry classes MSc final year third semester. In this module we will discuss paper second of your syllabus which is having title photochemistry. In this paper total there are 5 units and today we are going to discuss fifth unit of paper 2 photochemistry, that is miscellaneous photochemical reactions. In this unit we have to study one very important topic that is called Barton reaction. Barton reaction is another named reaction which is of prime importance in organic synthesis as well as commercial sector. So this module deals with second paper photochemistry unit 5 miscellaneous photochemical reactions, and the topic which we are going to discuss is Barton reaction. My name is Juzar Ali Rangwala. I am working as assistant professor in Government Arts and Commerce College, Kannauj, Devas. Okay, so in this slide, I have displayed a brief description of the topic which we are supposed to study today. Okay, today we are going to discuss Barton reaction, and before moving to the main topic, there are some prerequisites of studying this topic. It involves basic knowledge of photochemical reactions such as photolytic bond cleavage, homolytic bond fission, and generation of free radicals. You must have a brief idea about what is free radicals and how do they participate in different kinds of reactions. Okay. Now, what is the objective of this module? इस मॉड्यूल को पढ़ने की वजह क्या है? What is the aim behind it? इसका उद्देश्य क्या है? After completing this module, students will be able to, इस मॉड्यूल को देखने के बाद students will be able to explain Barton reaction along with mechanism. आप Barton reaction को समझा सकते हैं, आप उसकी क्रियाविधि को समझ पाएंगे, आप उसकी क्रियाविधि को समझा पाएंगे कि Barton reaction क्या है और वो कैसे होती है. You will be able to define applications of Barton reaction. आप Barton reaction के अनुप्रयोग को समझा पाएंगे कि Barton reaction उपयोगी क्यों है. And you will be able to predict products which are formed on photolysis of alkyl nitrate under different conditions. Alkyl nitrite, okay, alkyl nitrite यौगिक प्रकाश की उपस्थिति में किस प्रकार से अभिक्रिया करते हैं और इनके द्वारा कौन से उत्पाद बनाए जाते हैं, ये आप पता कर पाएंगे. You will be able to predict the products which are formed on photolysis of alkyl nitrite under various conditions. Okay, so this is the brief description of topic which we are going to discuss. Now, moving towards our main content. As you can see over here, the heading which is written over the slide is Barton reaction. This reaction was discovered by Nobel laureate Derek Barton in 1960. सन 1960 के दशक में डेरेक बार्टन नाम के एक वैज्ञानिक द्वारा बार्टन रिएक्शन की खोज की गई और उन्हें अपनी खोज के लिए नोबेल पुरस्कार भी प्राप्त हुआ. Barton reaction involves photolysis of alkyl nitrites into delta nitroso alcohol. So if we want to define Barton reaction in a single sentence or in simple word, it just involves photolysis of alkyl nitrites into delta nitroso alcohol. So the final product over here will have two different functional groups. One functional group will be nitroso group, that is NO moiety, and another will be hydroxyl group. This nitroso alcohol may be isolated as dimer or it may rearrange into oxime. Okay, ये नाइट्रोसो अल्कोहल जो हमें बार्टन रिएक्शन के फलस्वरूप प्राप्त होगा, या तो इसका द्विलीकरण हो जाएगा, ये डाइमर में परिवर्तित हो जाएगा, या फिर इसमें पुनर्विन्यास के फलस्वरूप हमें ऑक्साइम प्राप्त होगा. Okay, so the nitroso alcohol which is produced during Barton reaction, it can either go dimerization or it can change into an oxime. In practice, reaction occurs most exclusively by the abstraction of hydrogen from delta carbon atom. Okay, you must note it down. ये आप लोग लिख लीजिए, आप इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए. That for Barton reaction, the necessary condition is that a hydrogen atom must be present on delta carbon atom, which should be free to react and form delta nitroso alcohol. So this is the prerequisite of Barton reaction. Only those molecules can undergo Barton reaction in which there is possibility of abstraction of hydrogen from delta carbon atom. So delta hydrogen must be reactive in nature. An example is shown over here. Photolysis of 1-octyl nitrite. Okay, 1-octyl nitrite in benzene. It exclusively gives dimer of 4-nitroso 1-octanol. Okay, so when 1-octyl nitrite, now you can see a carbon chain over here in a zigzag manner. Let's count the number of carbon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So this is 1-octyl nitrite, NO2 group, nitrite. This is an example of alkyl nitrite. Now what will happen over here? When it is dissolved in benzene, इसे जब बेंजीन में विलायक के रूप में घोलकर we irradiate it with a light of around 300 nanometer. 300 nanometer की लाइट के साथ आप जब इसकी अभिक्रिया कराते हैं, it will undergo photolysis of oxygen nitrogen bond. ये जो ON bond है, यहाँ पर इसका विदलन होगा and you will obtain a rearranged product that is called delta nitroso alcohol. आपको यहाँ पर delta nitroso alcohol प्राप्त होगा. ये डेल्टा नाइट्रोसो अल्कोहल यहाँ पर डाइमर में परिवर्तित हो जाएगा, इसका द्विलीकरण हो जाएगा, इसकी दो यूनिट आपस में जुड़कर एक डाइमर का निर्माण करेगी. ओके, नाउ लेट अस सी द मैकेनिज्म ऑफ दिस रिएक्शन. सो व्हाट इज द मैकेनिज्म ऑफ बार्टन रिएक्शन? बार्टन रिएक्शन की क्रियाविधि क्या है? Barton reaction is an example of intramolecular rearrangement. Okay, it is an example of 1,5 hydrogen shift intramolecular rearrangement. आपने MSc previous में पैरासाइक्लिक रिएक्शन पढ़ी होगी, सिग्माट्रोपिक रीअरेंजमेंट पढ़ा होगा. उसमें कई प्रकार से सिग्माट्रोपिक रीअरेंजमेंट होता है, 1,3, 1,5 etc etc. So Barton reaction is an example of intramolecular, that is the rearrangement will happen within the same molecule. Okay, the single molecule which is participating in the reaction will undergo rearrangement to form final product. It is the photolysis of alkyl nitrate which gives delta nitroso alcohol. Okay, so it is an example of 1,5 hydrogen shift or intramolecular rearrangement. Now the reaction starts from singlet state. This is very important. The reaction starts from a singlet state, S1 singlet state, which is showing N to pi star transition in UV light. This singlet state upon excitation with UV light of around 300 to 400 nanometer. Okay, you can see the range, it is somewhere in between 300 to 400 nanometer. When this singlet excited state, it comes in contact of UV light, it becomes excited and it undergoes the cleavage of oxygen nitrogen bond. In alkyl nitrite, it undergoes homolytic bond fission of oxygen nitrogen bond to generate two free radicals. one free radical will be activated alkoxy free radical and another free radical will be nitric oxide NO free radical. So as a result of homolytic bond fission on irradiation with light of wavelength around 3 to 400 nanometer, we have two free radicals. Now this step is followed by abstraction of hydrogen via a six-membered cyclic transition state. I have underlined this term because it is very important. It could be asked in an objective manner in any competitive exam that Barton reaction proceeds via. It proceeds via a six-membered cyclic transition state and the formation of hydroxyl group and a radical that combines with nitric oxide. Okay, so whenever Barton reaction occurs, it proceeds via six-membered cyclic transition state and the formation of hydroxyl group and an alkoxy radical that combines with nitric oxide. The nitroso compound so formed, it either dimerizes or it undergoes tautomerization. Okay, tautomerization is a form of isomerization in which an intramolecular rearrangement results in change in functional group. Okay, the nitroso compound, when they undergo tautomerization, they form oximes. Okay, it is similar to ketoenol tautomerism. Okay, you must have studied ketoenol tautomerism in various classes. So just like that, the nitroso compound, it can undergo dimerization or it can undergo tautomerization to form an oxime. So Barton reaction is an important tool to obtain oxime intermediate in several organic reactions. This reaction is affected by irradiation under nitrogen. Okay, so what is the role of nitrogen here? Nitrogen provides an inert environment. Whatever air or oxygen which is present in surrounding of reactant molecule, it is swiped away with the help of nitrogen. And these reactants are dissolved in a non-hydroxylic solvent. For example, in previous slide we have seen the case of 1-octyl nitrite. It was dissolved in benzene. Benzene, as all of us know, it is a non-protic, non-hydroxylic solvent. So a necessary condition for Barton reaction is that whatever solvent is employed to dissolve the reactant molecules, it must be non-hydroxylic, that is, it should not contain hydroxy group. So we cannot use water or alcohol. Okay, you should note it down that we cannot use water or alcohol as a solvent medium in Barton reaction. Okay, so the reaction is affected by irradiation under nitrogen atmosphere or inert atmosphere in the solution of the substrate dissolved in suitable non-hydroxylic solvent. Okay, now the quantum yield of reaction is around 0.76. Why this fact is significant? What is quantum yield? Quantum yield or quantum efficiency is the ratio of output of product as compared to number of photons which are absorbed by reactant molecule. Okay, so quantum yield or quantum efficiency of a photochemical reaction gives an idea about efficiency of the reaction, that how many reactants after absorption of light have converted into product. The ratio of amount of product obtained to that of photons which are absorbed by the reactant molecule is called quantum yield of a photochemical reaction. Now as you can see over here the quantum yield of the Barton reaction is around 0.76. It means the quantum efficiency is less than 1. The quantum efficiency is less than 1, or in terms of percentage, if we convert it into percentage, it means that around 76% of reactant molecule, around 76% of reactant molecule are capable of converting into product during the Barton reaction. So the efficiency or quantum yield of Barton reaction is lower than 100%. It means all the reactant molecules will not convert into product. Okay. Now this quantum yield confirms that Barton reaction is not a free radical chain reaction. Okay. When we see the mechanism of Barton reaction, two free radicals are formed, but these free radicals, they never undergo chain reaction. If you have studied the mechanism of chain reaction in your previous classes, it is divided into three phases: chain initiation, chain propagation, and chain termination. So in case of chain reaction, the quantum yield is very high. It is always greater than 1. It can be in the magnitude of 10, 100, thousands, or even lakhs. So whenever a chain reaction occurs in case of photochemistry, the quantum efficiency is always more than 1, because in such a condition a single free radical can convert several reactant molecules into the products. But in case of Barton reaction, this is not the case. In Barton reaction, there is no free radical chain reaction, and it is indicated by the value of quantum yield, which is below 1. If we talk in terms of theoretical yield, it is around 0.76, which means that only 76% of reactant molecules are capable of converting into product after absorption of photons. Okay, so this is all about the mechanism of Barton reaction. I am moving back to the previous slide. Okay, so this picture depicts the mechanism of Barton reaction. As you can see on this slide, there is an example of mechanism of Barton reaction. This alkyl nitrate, when it is irradiated with a light of suitable wavelength, there will be homolytic bond fission of this oxygen nitrogen bond. Okay, so on cleavage it will give us two free radicals. One free radical is this nitric oxide, another free radical is alkoxy free radical. Now this alkoxy free radical, it can form a 6-membered cyclic transition state. Okay, this alkoxy free radical, it will form a 6-membered cyclic transition state in which you can see that this carbon hydrogen bond, it is getting diminished. Okay, it is under the process of dissociation, and this hydrogen oxygen bond is in the process of formation. Okay, so this oxygen over here, if it is designated number 1, then this carbon is number 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the hydrogen which is present on 5th carbon atom, it will undergo 1,5 hydrogen shift. Okay, intramolecular 1,5 hydrogen shift to form an alkyl radical, as you can see over here. Now, as we have seen in our previous slide, a delta hydrogen atom must be present in a molecule which is participating in Barton reaction. Okay, what was the prerequisite of Barton reaction for a molecule? It must have a delta hydrogen atom at delta carbon atom. So this oxygen, it is attached over here. This carbon is alpha, this is beta, this is gamma, and this is delta. So this delta hydrogen, it can undergo 1,5 hydrogen shift to form alkyl free radical. This alkyl free radical then combines with nitric oxide free radical to form delta nitroso alcohol. Okay, so this is our product delta nitroso alcohol, which is formed via 6-member transition state. Clear? I hope mechanism of Barton reaction is clear. इस अल्काइल नाइट्राइट में समांश विदलन के फलस्वरूप दो मुक्त मूलक प्राप्त होंगे. इसमें से अल्कोहल मुक्त मूलक एक 6-मेंबर्ड चक्रीय संक्रमण अवस्था को बनाएगी. इस चक्रीय संक्रमण अवस्था में 1,5 हाइड्रोजन शिफ्ट होगा और इस पुनर्विन्यास के फलस्वरूप हमें एक अल्काइल फ्री रेडिकल प्राप्त होगी. ये अल्काइल फ्री रेडिकल नाइट्रिक ऑक्साइड की फ्री रेडिकल के साथ जुड़कर डेल्टा नाइट्रोसो अल्कोहल बनाएगी. I suggest you to take a screenshot of this slide. आप लोग इस स्लाइड का स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए. Now, this is our next slide. As you can see over here, again, there is an example which depicts the clear picture of mechanism of Barton reaction. Okay, this is the second example. In this, you can see as over here, I have labeled oxygen as number 1, this alpha carbon 2, beta carbon 3, gamma carbon 4, delta carbon 5. Now this hydrogen over here, which is present at 5th carbon atom, on irradiation with light, homolytic bond fission will occur. Due to this homolytic bond fission, this hydrogen, it will be driven towards this oxygen via 6-membered cyclic transition state and a free radical is formed. Okay, this free radical, it can combine with NO free radical to form nitroso alcohol. Now as you can see, this nitroso alcohol over here, it is having two clear choices. Either it can undergo dimerization to form a dimer like this, in which the nitroso group of two different alcohol will bridge via nitrogen atom. Okay, it will form a dimer, which is a kind of ionic compound, or it can undergo tautomerization. Now what will happen in tautomerization? This hydrogen of delta carbon atom, okay, this will shift towards oxygen atom of nitroso group. So as a result of this shift, this double bond will become single. This double bond will become single and nitroso group will change into N single bond OH. And this single bond, this double bond, the pi electrons of this double bond will shift towards here in between carbon nitrogen bond. Okay, so this double bond of nitroso will become single and this single bond between carbon nitrogen will become double. So as a result of tautomerization, nitroso compound is converted into oxime. Okay, so this is the mechanism of Barton reaction and it explains how alkyl nitrites are converted into nitroso alcohols and they are further changed into oxime. Okay. Okay, so as you can see over here in this slide, I have incorporated 3 different examples of Barton reaction. Why these examples are important? Because such questions have been asked in CSIR NET, SLET as well as GATE exams also. Exact similar questions have been asked, similar examples have been asked where you have to predict the missing product. Okay, so the reactant molecule will be displayed in your question and it will just show an arrow along with h nu, that is energy of light. So you are expected to predict the exact product towards the right hand side. Although such question seems very difficult, but once you understand the mechanism and you have knowledge of reaction, you can predict these products very easily. Okay, so let us now discuss all the 3 examples one by one. In the first example, as you can see, we are having this alkyl nitrite NO2 group over here in the middle ring. Okay, it is present in the second ring in between these two hexagonal rings. Here if you see stereochemically, only there is one delta carbon atom or methyl group which can undergo 1,5 hydrogen shift to form delta nitroso alcohol, and this delta nitroso alcohol can further undergo tautomerization to give oxime. Okay, so let us understand this example. This oxygen over here, it is attached with this carbon atom in the middle ring. This carbon atom is alpha, beta, gamma, and this is delta. Now as you can see by the virtue of flying wedge formula, that both methyl group as well as NO2 group are present in the same plane. Okay, so it is very easy for this delta methyl group to interact with this NO2 group on irradiation with light to form delta nitroso alcohol. So only one product is possible over here, and it is this oxime which is formed by the Barton reaction. So the final product will be this oxime formed from this alkyl nitrate. So out of the various options, this option will be regarded as correct. Now in second case, what we are expected to do in this case, as you can see, the situation is somehow different. Here instead of second ring, the NO2 group is present on third ring. Okay, it is present in between cyclohexane and cyclopentane ring. Okay, now what happens over here? Here we have two different possibilities. Okay, two different possibilities because of presence of two delta carbon atoms. These delta carbon atoms are altogetherly situated on two different rings, and we can obtain two different kinds of products. Okay, in theory there is possibility of formation of two different kind of products, but what happens in practical, that we have to see. In practical, the delta carbon atom which is present over here towards the left hand side, it has more favorable chances of undergoing 1,5 hydrogen shift. This is because when you come towards right hand side, you can see there is an octyl side chain on the cyclopentane moiety. Okay, this octyl side chain is a bulky group and it will generate some sort of steric hindrance. So it will not be very convenient for this delta carbon atom to migrate towards NO2 group. Okay, so instead of migration from right hand side, which is predominantly occupied by octyl side chain, there will be a migration of hydrogen from this left hand side, and it will result in the formation of nitroso alcohol, which will convert into oxime. So you should presume over here that hydrogen will migrate from left towards the oxygen atom, and this NO group, it will migrate towards left hand side. First a nitroso alcohol will be formed, and then this oxime will be formed towards the left hand side rather than right hand side. And why it is so? Because of presence of octyl side chain on the cyclopentane moiety. Okay, so in this example, predominantly oxime will be formed from left hand side. Okay, so correct option is this one. Now in third example, as you can see, here we have an altogetherly different molecule. If you have studied something about chemistry of steroids, then it is very much resembling a cholesterol ring. Okay, it is an example of steroid molecule. Okay, in this molecule, as you can see, there is a ketonic group in conjugation with double bond. Okay, so this is different from the previous examples where we have acetate in our side chain, we have ester in our side chain. Instead, here an exocyclic double bond is present, a ketonic functional group is present, which is in conjugation with a double bond. Okay, so in this case, we will see that an oxime will be present towards the right hand side. Okay, instead of migration of hydrogen from left, it is towards right hand side. Okay, so first of all there will be a migration of hydrogen atom from this delta carbon towards this oxygen atom. This NO group will migrate towards this side. It will form a nitroso alcohol which will eventually change into oxime via tautomerization. So your final product is this one. Okay, so in case of steroid molecules or cholesterol-like molecules, you have to remember that nitroso group will migrate towards right-hand side delta carbon atom. Okay, if this is alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Okay, so I suggest you to take a screenshot of this slide because it might be important from your competitive exam point of view. Now let's move toward applications of Barton reaction. As we have discussed in the beginning of this lecture, Barton reaction is a very important reaction in organic chemistry. Okay, it has served as an important tool of synthesis of various steroids as well as alkaloids. Okay, that we will see in our further slides that how Barton reaction has been employed in the manufacture of steroids and alkaloids. So here on the screen, this is the first application of Barton reaction, where we can see that a methyl group or methyl group in the delta position, it can be oxidized to an aldehyde group. Okay, so how this thing happens? First of all, in this molecule, we have a hydroxyl group and secondary alcoholic group, which you can see over here. Okay, this is a secondary alcoholic group. When it is reacted with nitrosyl chloride, NOCl, it is reacted with nitrosyl chloride. H from alcohol will react with Cl from nitrosyl chloride to form alkyl nitrite. Okay, it will form an alkyl nitrite. The rest of the ring is similar, so it is not drawn over here. Okay, so whatever change is happening in this molecule, it is restricted only in this part of the molecule. So there is no need to draw the other part of the molecule. Okay, this curly bracket over here, it shows that rest of the structure is similar. Okay, so when this secondary alcohol, it is reacted with nitrosyl chloride in the suitable solvent, it forms alkyl nitrate derivative. This alkyl nitrate derivative on irradiation with light, it will undergo bond cleavage to form a delta nitroso alcohol. This delta nitroso alcohol is then converted into an oxime. Now an oxime on hydrolysis in acidic condition. Always remember, an oxime on hydrolysis in acidic condition, it gives a carbonyl compound and ammonia. Okay, an oxime on hydrolysis in acidic condition, it gives carbonyl compound and ammonia gas. So this oxime over here, it is present on terminal carbon. Okay, this carbon, this is present as a side chain terminal carbon over this ring, cyclopentane ring. So in this condition, we will have an aldehydic group. Okay, since our primary methyl group is 1 degree carbon atom, here oxime will generate an aldehyde group. So this is one of the important examples of Barton reaction where a methyl group which is present in delta position, okay, it can be converted into delta nitroso alcohol, which can be further converted into oxime, and this oxime on hydrolysis in acidic medium, it can directly change into aldehyde group. Now what is so much peculiar about this reaction, that although it is an example of oxidation reaction, you can see that we have not employed any of the oxidizing agent throughout the course of reaction. ओके, यहाँ पर हमने किसी भी प्रकार के ऑक्सीकारक का उपयोग नहीं किया, चाहे वो माइल्ड ऑक्सीकारक हो या प्रबल ऑक्सीकारक हो, हमने यहाँ पर किसी भी प्रकार के ऑक्सीकारक का उपयोग नहीं किया। तो ये अभिक्रिया विशेष तौर पर तब हमारे लिए उपयोगी साबित होती है जब हमें डेल्टा कार्बन एटम का ऑक्सीकरण करना हो, लेकिन हमारे पास कोई एक सेंसिटिव मॉलिक्यूल हो जिसे हमें ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट से बचाना है। ओके, इफ आई वांट टू प्रोटेक्ट दिस मिथाइल ग्रुप from oxidation or this double bond from oxidation, then instead of employing an oxidizing agent, I can perform oxidation of this methyl group into aldehyde group via Barton reaction. Okay, so this is the utility of Barton reaction. You can take a screenshot of this slide. Okay, next example. The Barton reaction is potentially useful in the synthesis of natural products such as corticosteroid hormones and alkaloids. This is very important. This question has been asked in several competitive exams, that Barton reaction has been commercially employed in the synthesis of which products. It has been used in the production of corticosteroid hormones like aldosterone as well as alkaloids. The photolysis of the 11 nitrite of corticosterone acetate has been utilized on an industrial scale in the partial synthesis of aldosterone 21 acetate. Okay, this molecule over here, it is called corticosterone acetate. Okay, this is corticosterone acetate, and on its 11th position it is having nitrite group. So this is 11 nitrite of corticosterone acetate, and it has been utilized on industrial scale in the partial synthesis of aldosterone 21 acetate. Okay, how it is possible? That first, this nitrite corticosterone acetate, it is subjected to photolysis under Barton condition. Okay, so this delta hydrogen over here on right hand side, it will migrate to form a nitroso alcohol. Remember, this is a cholesterol like moiety, and in case of cholesterol like moiety, I have told you that the migration of hydrogen will be from the right hand side. Okay, so this hydrogen from right hand side, it will migrate towards this nitroso group and it will form nitroso alcohol, which will further undergo tautomerization to form oxime. Okay, so this oxime over here, it will react with nitrous acid, nitrous, HNO2, nitrous acid, which is generated in situ by the reaction of sodium nitrite and H2SO4, NaNO2 and H2SO4. This nitrous acid, it is generated in situ, which attacks on oxime group. It attacks on oxime group, NOH group, liberating nitrogen gas and forming a cyclic compound over here. This carbon atom, which is attached to nitrogen atom, it will undergo cyclization with hydroxyl moiety present at 5th carbon atom or 5th position. Okay, so there will be cyclization of delta oxygen atom along with carbon atom, and we will obtain aldosterone 21 acetate. This hormone is very essential for our body. Aldosterone hormone is very essential for our body because it plays a key role in maintenance of mineral level inside our body. The level of several important minerals like sodium, potassium, phosphate ion, etc. It is maintained by aldosterone hormone, which is secreted naturally by our adrenal gland. Okay, but in certain condition, due to malfunction of adrenal gland, if there is a deficiency of this aldosterone hormone, then it can be administered artificially inside our body, and this hormone is prepared via Barton reaction. Okay, so this is an important application of Barton reaction. Now another important application of Barton reaction is in the synthesis of alkaloids. Okay, Sir Derek Barton discovered Barton reaction in 1960. After 15 years of his discovery, in 1975, a scientist named E.J. Corey utilized Barton reaction in the synthesis of an alkaloid which is called perhydrohistrionicotoxin. Okay, it is called perhydrohistrionicotoxin. The synthesis of this alkaloid is very complicated and it is a multi-step process, and the key step of synthesis involves Barton reaction. Okay, it involves the photolysis of the nitrite of a spirocyclic alcohol which is having three different gamma hydrogen atoms. Okay, so synthesis of an alkaloid perhydrohistrionicotoxin, it involves photolysis of nitrite of a spirocyclic alcohol which is having three different gamma hydrogen atoms. The reaction is displayed in this image. You can note it down. So with this example, we come to an end of our module. We have today studied what is Barton reaction, what is its mechanism, how we can predict products of Barton reaction in different conditions, and what are commercial applications of Barton reaction. The slide which is present over here, it suggests some books for the further reading of this topic. You can note the name of these books or you can take a screenshot of this slide. Now let's assess yourself in the form of an objective questionnaire. ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन के माध्यम से आज हमने जो भी पढ़ा है हम उसका एक रिवीजन करेंगे. Okay, this is a quick recap of what we have. Okay, so there is a question on your screen. Alkyl nitrides on photolysis of radiation of wavelength of around 300 nanometer gives. Options are alpha oxime, beta oxime, gamma nitroso alcohol, omega nitroso alcohol, or delta nitroso alcohol. Okay, what is the final product of Barton reaction? Alkyl nitrides on photolysis gives delta nitroso alcohol. So the correct option is option E, that is delta nitroso alcohol. Let's move to the next question. Barton reaction has been commercially applied in the synthesis of which hormone? बार्टन रिएक्शन के माध्यम से आप व्यापारिक स्तर पर किस हार्मोन का निर्माण करते हैं? इंसुलिन, एस्ट्रोजन, एल्डोस्टेरॉन, थायरोक्साइन, टेस्टोस्टेरॉन. Correct answer is aldosterone. Okay, I told you it's a mineralocorticoid which is essential for our body. With this question, I end my discussion for today's module. Thanks for attending this class and for listening this lecture. I hope you guys have learned well. Thank you.